dating in 2023. So, hopefully everybody ready for this conversation. Hopefully everyone can.
Good morning, everyone. Y'all, happy Friday, happy new day. Hello to all our viewers, all our listeners. We are live right now. Happy New Day podcast on SocialGoats Network. We're live on the radio, 81.4. So if you're driving in the car, we want you to be safe. Okay, don't try to look at us. I mean, these people are popping, these young professionals on here. Okay, they look amazing. So maybe when you get to a stoplight, but we're on the radio, 81.4 FM, the heat. Okay, also we're on all SocialGoats platforms, YouTube at SocialGoats. We're on Facebook Live. Y'all, I'm so happy to have everybody in here today. How y'all doing? Our panel. Y'all doing good? Awesome. Y'all want to say hey to the people?
Wonderful. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so we're diving right in because we know it's going to get juicy. We're talking about dating in 2023. All things dating. Okay, so we got to dive right in. I'm going to introduce who's on our panel. Again, happy new day. Thank you for joining us, y'all. We love doing this. We love starting our weekend with you. I love this. Thank you for supporting the vision, and I hope you have fun today. Please chime in on the comments. Okay, chat in the comments, and we're going to read what you're saying. Okay, and just have a great time. All right. So this is episode number 17, dating in 2023. So y'all, let me go ahead and chime on in here and introduce who we have. I'm so pumped. These are Shreveport. Well, except Gabby. Gabby grew up in Benton, right? Okay.
Yep, I'm the country one of the group.
But you're living in Shreveport. So you know what I love, and we do give honor to Benton. But man, like, we have some beautiful, handsome, successful people in Shreveport, Louisiana. So, what? All right. So I'm going to start off with Miss Gabby since we just talked to her. Okay, Gabrielle Lachey, aka Gab Jenkins, is an award-nominated marketing and advertising professional, creative entrepreneur, and life coach who loves to help people build their faith. Come on, Gabby. Receive their inheritance through Christ and turn their God-given gifts into profitable online businesses, quote, so they can prosper even as their soul prospers, unquote. I love that, Gabby, Miss Gabby Jenkins. And let me just say, y'all, I could really spend forever reading all of their bios, but with the time we're given, we just have to summarize it. So please make sure at the end of the show, we're going to talk about how you can follow them. So please do that because they are inspirational. On this show, we like to bring in people that are doing positive things, so follow them. Okay, next we have Mr. Qantas James. Come on, Pastor. This is Pastor Qantas James. He's been a pastor for 7 years. Like I said, his hometown is Shreveport, Louisiana. But right now, presently, y'all, look at him. He's in Dallas. We're streaming from Dallas. That's the Dallas light right there, the lighting of Dallas, Texas right there. So we got somebody streaming from Dallas, Texas, and Qantas also gets to bless the people at General Motors of Arlington each and every day. All right, that's Qantas James. Next, we have Dr. Kimberly Lynn. Come on in here, Dr. Kimberly Lynn. Whew. This is one of them, y'all. I could sit here and read the bio. We could spend the whole show doing it, but we're not. We love her. And so hopefully I summarize it best I can. She is a higher education administrator and consultant with over 15 years of experience in student affairs, administration, and teaching at the collegiate level. She's passionate about traveling and trying new foods with her family. Y'all, I know y'all have heard of Vegans on the Run, or you've been there. This is your girl. Okay, that's her family's business. I love it. So go try it if you have not. So yeah, she's passionate about traveling and eating yummy foods. In 2021, she published her first book. So she's an author. She's an entrepreneur, as I just said. She's doing her thing. And like I just said, she currently resides in Louisiana with her two handsome and brilliant young sons, Kaylin and Kaysen. That's I'm sorry. I was thinking about your handsome boys. You know, your handsome boys. This is Dr. Kimberly Lynn. Whoop, whoop. Next, we have Mr. Corey Berry. He is the founder of PASS, Parents Against Teenage Homicide and Suicide. He's also the CEO of Love Never Fails. Let's just pause with that one right there, because we're talking about dating in 2023. You see why we have Corey Berry on the show, y'all? You see, love never fails. I love it. So he says, I'm currently working on the devotional book for Love and Date. Love Never Fails. I love that. Corey's also a father of 3 girls, right, Corey Berry? Are you about to correct me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it is 3? 3 beautiful princesses. Yes, he's so passionate about them. Me and Corey are collaborating. I need to slow down, y'all. I need to slow down. But we're getting it in. When we're collaborating, y'all, he's always you can always hear him talking to his sweet, beautiful girls. You can tell that they are his world. So like I said, y'all, follow these amazing people because they're doing amazing things. So I would love to, and I will get the chance to hear and see more about what Corey's doing with Love Never Fails. Okay, next we have, what do we have next? Miss Helena Jones. All right, Helena Jones is a native of Shreveport. I'm not going to quit saying that. This is so it speaks volumes. She has a passion for youth and the success of young adults in North Louisiana. She also has a passion for racial justice, youth justice, gender equality, and nonprofit organizations. She's done a lot of work with that. Currently, she is a manager of career advancement for a higher education institute. She provides individuals with skills to enter the workforce and become successful IT professionals. What the heck? Girl, you better do it. Looking beautiful like a queen right there. All right, y'all. So did I get everybody? Oh, my goodness. How did I forget my shady wheel? Y'all, it's so awesome to have this young man on this side of the screen. He's usually the one producing. Mr. Darian Willis himself. He's the CEO of SocialGoats. Woo! I need like sound effects over here because I can't do it. Come on, Darian Willis. Y'all, he is absolutely amazing. So all things SocialGoats, that's Darian Willis right there. Please follow us. Follow him. Man, 2023, he's really elevating. He's doing so much with SocialGoats, y'all. So many things are coming up, so stay tuned. We love you, D. Willis. All right. We're about to, okay, is that it? Did I get everyone? Okay, that's it, y'all. And I'm your host, Brianka Burnham. I'm so excited to be here and so excited to start. So it is 9:12 and we're going to chime on in. Y'all ready? Talk to the people. Y'all ready? Y'all ready, panel?
I'm ready.
Yes, ma'am.
So
let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. So we're talking dating in 2023. The first thing that came to my mind, is, okay, y'all, so how's it going? How's it
It's
going?
rough out here in these streets.
Surviving single.
I knew
I
that was
don't know.
coming.
I'm riding the wave. I won't lie.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so with that, let's talk about the pursuit. Pursuit-wise, I love that. Gab says she is riding the wave. You know you're gonna have to tell us more about that, right? Okay.
We're gonna get into it. We're getting into it.
Okay, we're gonna get into it. So pursuit-wise, do you think pursuit is different? Men, do you think pursuit is different? On y'all's end, hold on. Do you notice a different approach? That's how I want to say it. Do you notice a different approach in today's society as a whole? I'm talking about men and women. Approach, men approaching, women approaching. Pursuit-wise, that's what I'm talking about. Do you see that it's different now in 2023? Have things changed? Talk to me.
Yes, ma'am. Women are a lot more aggressive now. Men are more display. Men are more accessible than what they used to be. So it's like it's a different time. You could be dating for the next. You could have someone to be dating for your next already. That's the times we live in. It's crazy.
Dating for your next. You could be dating for your next. Is that what you said? I don't know what you mean by that. Say what you mean by that.
You can have someone. You can be actually dating or involved with someone and already know who's next. I was always taught. My principles are: if I'm with you, I'm going to be with you. My energy is going to be focusing on growing with you. Because of the times of social media and all the different platforms, people they become fixated with off of look of, oh yeah, I'm gonna date him next, or this is the kind of person I'm looking for next, instead of building with the person that they're with. Times have definitely changed.
My. Thank you, Corey. All right, y'all want to add to that? That's something.
The process is like different. I think somebody just commented, like courtship. I mean, that's over. And actually comment on what Corey said, like that aggressiveness is definitely there. They're more straightforward and open, saying exactly how they feel and what they want, compared to how it was back in the day. You know, we actually had to be the aggressor, the more, I guess, like more like less like the predator. And it seemed like now, you know, men were more like the prey.
My God. We're more like the prey. Look at the women's faces. I'm so curious as to what my girls are thinking over there. We're more like the prey. Hold on one second, though, ladies. Ian does say the art of courtship is dead. The art of courtship is dead. Yeah, you don't hear that like we did back in the day. When I do hear that, like, I want to court you. I think the last time I heard that, I remember 2017. I heard that. I do everything by years for whatever reason. But he was like, I want to court you. I said, sir, you better be old school. So yeah, it does. I don't hear it like I used to. Okay, women, what do y'all want to say? Gab, I see you nodding your head.
Well, just going back into the original conversation of women being more aggressive, I definitely have seen women proposing online, hearing about women proposing. So in that aspect, I can understand where the men are coming from. But I do have a question. If you think, if the men think, because a woman is being forthcoming about, hey, we're in this relationship, but the end goal I'm looking for or desiring, long-term relationship, desiring marriage, if that's coming off aggressive, I'm curious to know if that is what the aggression is, or it's actually the women coming up to you and saying like, hey, I'm going to hit you upside the head and you're going to be my man. Like, what is the difference there? I'm really curious before like I really get into, firing back. And I think I saw one of the comments say something similar, that it's not aggression, it's being forthcoming.
And I want to apologize, because I think I did say more aggressive. I should have found another term to use, but I guess in the way I grew up, and what I've experienced, women are more passive, but not this day, you know, but I'm just saying back in the past, they were more passive, and it was expected. It was the expectation for men to be more aggressive. Like, you know, we had to make that first step. We had to do this, do that. So I'm just saying it's different. And I think I used the term aggressive. Maybe I shouldn't have used that term. I'll try to find another one to use, but like now a woman will ask you out on a date, like you said, you know, so it's just different. I'm just saying, like, maybe it's not a passive, and I'm using passive and aggressive as the words, but I think women were more passive in the past, you know, and men were more aggressive. And I think now, like, the roles have almost reversed. But I don't want to use that term, because that term is a little brash.
It's okay. It's a safe place. You can say what you need to say.
Love it.
It's definitely.
I agree with D. Will. A lot of times it's more women take the initiative now more. They're more sure of themselves. It was like back in the day, it was like you had to take the time to understand if you wanted to even get to know that girl. Nowadays women are more, hey, I want to get to know you, let me take you out. It's changed. And aggressive, I agree with you. I apologize for using their word. We should have found something more forthcoming. Is like you said, women are more forthcoming, and it's shocking because you never know how they will present it. And it was like back in the day, you just expected men to do a lot of the things that the women take the initiative in doing.
Dr. Lynn, I see your face just, you know, it has changed a few times here. Can you please chime in? What do you want to say on this topic?
Not a lot, actually. I think they clarified the aggressive, because aggressive is a negative. To me, it's a negative connotation, but they like clarified that for me. So I don't necessarily see a problem with that. It's just I hear them saying, you know, women ask men out on dates, and I am not one to dispute your lived experiences. So I know it's true. But for me, it's just kind of, I cringe when I hear it, because why?
Right.
Like, you know, it's and I totally think that I agree with women. Like, you know, you should know what you want. That's the whole point of dating, right? To figure out, I like this, I don't like this, I will deal with this, I will not deal with this. So it's kind of you're not going in and say, I'm just going to deal with whatever there is, but you should be able to, in safe relationships, be able to verbalize what you like, what you dislike, etc. It's just the whole, like, I guess, going after men by being, I guess, asking them on dates or whatever is just foreign to me. I tend to hang, and I think we do this. We hang around people who are like us,
right?
And so in my circle of friends, like, I'll make that facial expression when we hear that. But I'm not saying, you know, I know that happens. I'm on social media too, so I see the stuff that Gabby was talking about, like women proposing and looking crazy and stuff. So those were the facial. I have facial expressions, my bad, but I don't really have anything to add with that one.
Yeah. Okay.
And y'all, I think it comes to a level of like a caliber of people that you may, you know,
right,
associate with. So I think if you're at a certain status, that might be different, you know, for certain people. So and that word aggressive, I'll say straightforward. I'm taking aggressive, I'm say straightforward.
Interesting. I want to say this. In my experiences, I've noticed that, y'all tell me if y'all agree or what y'all think about this. I've noticed that because of that, see, the men pretty much said exactly what I was thinking they were going to say, except the word aggression. But that's okay, Shady Will. But I realized that I think because of that, whatever you want to call that, them initiating things, it seems like there's been a lot of men getting comfortable, the pursuit, a lot of, you know, more relaxed. And even those that I've talked to, they tell me, well, I'm just, you know, I'm so used to women. Oh, we got a whole paragraph over here. Y'all come on in the comment section. We'll be right with you. But I feel like because of that, because of women initiating and things more, these, you know, a lot of men have kind of maneuvered that and changed their way of doing things because of that. So it seems like I want to say we, but I'm like Kim, me and my group, we're not in that we to where we do that, but I feel like we as women, you know, in general, I mean, have we caused this lack of pursuit from men? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? I mean, not me. I know I haven't, or, you know, people
Right.
like me who are still pretty, if you want to say old school in that fact, like I haven't, we haven't, but do you think that that's the cause? That's the cause of it?
I consider myself, I'm going to use the word very feminine. I do. All my friends consider me very feminine. And so that femininity won't allow me to, you know, ask a man out. So, so that's my my preface. However, it's kind of like the story of like what comes first, the chicken or the egg. Was it that men stopped pursuing or stopped being forthcoming with what they want as far as a relationship? Because we're talking adults here, you know. So was it the men, or, you know, did the women start being assertive or start being, you know, straightforward about what they're expecting because the men were not doing that? And so for me, it feels like a, you know, a dance or a play between, you know, what comes first, the chicken or the egg. And whereas my understanding is, and my belief is like the men set the standard, whether they want to believe it or not. Well, the women set the standard, but the men enforce it. You know, so if they are actually, you know, taking that masculine role or that old traditional man and actually pursuing a lady and initiating the courtship, then a lady wouldn't have a reason to, you know, to be forceful or assertive about what she's desiring.
There you go. My. Helena, we're going to hear from you in a second. I'm going to read some comments because you know they're blowing us up over here, right? Do y'all see that? Okay, I want to say real quick. All right, Tori Williams says, everyone's standards are too high, men and women. Ian says, okay, he's talking about the aggression. He says the end goal should definitely be established early in a relationship. Okay, love it. You're right, Ian. Ian says women are not aggressive. They're just in a position to initiate conversations and dating scenarios. He said they're just in a position. I'm thinking he's saying, what nowadays? And so we're just in that position now to initiate conversations and dating scenarios. I think that's what he's saying. Okay, LaQuisha, she says courtship starts with example. Some men were never taught the correct approach. And I'm reading this one because I see people saying, yes, I agree. So let's get into it. She says courtship starts with example. Some men were never taught the correct approach. That's right. As for women being the aggressors, it's caused by the media. The focus has gone away from the respectful or biblical way of courtship. Elders aren't as big as teachers as most of our grands were. We have too many 30s trying to be 20s in age. No one is setting the tone. We are women of value. We have worth. And the right man will find us. Amen, LaQuisha. I agree that we should lay our expectations on the table from the start. You see, that's one in my inner circle. So yes, ma'am, LaQuisha, you are right. So yeah, love it. All right, Miss Helena Jones, do you want to chime in? What are your thoughts?
No, I just agree with that last statement that there's really nowadays, I know I'm closer to 40 and I still will not approach a man and ask them out or ask them to marry me. That's just not something that I will do. But also they really don't have sometimes that example of what is it like to have that initial conversation. How do you even start a conversation with someone about maybe the opposite sex? And I just think the communication piece, we really need to kind of focus in on that. If we can't communicate from the very beginning, how are we going to, move forward through the dating process? And so it's hard to even hear that women that we are perceived to be, straightforward nowadays and things like that, because again, I believe in the man, pursuing the woman. So I kind of agree with everyone on this topic.
Love it. Thank you, Helena. That was so good. All right. Yes, sir. Shady Will.
Yeah, I think that, because of the way society is, and like I say, I'm not knocking us men and where we are. There's a lot more success. You see more successful women in society these days. So I understand, with the straightforward and even with the aggression, because, it get a lot deeper than what we're talking about with dating. But look, you got to look at it. Single parent households contributing to that, and also just that level of success with women compared to what it was back in the day. It's really, really high. So I'm like, some men don't, we're not as successful as y'all are. And I'm saying, well, and that's to say I might be putting my foot in my mouth, but I'm just saying, like, I can understand why it seems like, it's being perceived that it can be like that. But even if it is, I mean, what's wrong with it? With a woman being, a little bit more sure, maybe that we might need to put up our game up so we can be better,
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Love it. I think that I'm speaking for all women when I say, like, don't, just because you see, this is what I would say to, what I've told guys before, like, don't stop what you know to do, to pursue, to treat a lady as a queen, not to wait until she texts you, all that, like we just said, though, some men don't even know how to do that. They never even saw that or knew that that was the way to do it, right? But for those of you who do know, like, don't stop because of those women out there who are being aggressive and who can't wait for the right person, and they're, you know what I'm saying? And they're doing all the masculine stuff. Like, don't stop being you, because women out here like myself and these other queens on this stage, like, we're gonna do it the right way. We're not about to go out looking for you and handing out our numbers. Like, we're doing it the way we, we're doing it the way we know to do it, and we want to do it. And that is to let you guys pursue us, to initiate, you know what I mean?
And I kind of want to just piggyback on that. Is we are becoming more successful in this new generation, and that's the thing. I at work, yes, I demand. I have to be, a boss. I have to, really kind of set the tone there, and that's a lot to deal with. And then to have to go into a relationship and carry on that same energy and that same those same traits, that's hard. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to allow a man to kind of take on that role, and allow me to relax. Let me enjoy not having to be that what's the word? I don't know. I feel like with the roles changing of us being more in leadership positions in our professional life, my personal life, I don't think I wanted to carry that on in certain aspects, especially in a relationship. I want to relax a little bit.
Amen. I love it. Okay, you guys, we could go on. I know with many of these questions, like, we could talk on forever. I guess I should read something in the comments real quick. I like how Miss Aviance, if I'm saying your name right, men are natural hunters. When they want something, they'll get it. Amen. I feel the same way as Helena. I feel the same way, and I think that we can all agree, Gabby and Kim, I feel like we can all agree, like, at the end of the day, we don't want to be that. I know that someone would label me independent. I mean, I have my own house. I don't have kids yet. I don't have, you know what I mean? And I remember, I remember talking to a guy one time, and he was like, oh yeah, you're independent. Like, you're independent. Like, you don't want. And he kept saying that, like, yeah, you're independent. So, like, what do you need from me? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, to take this load off. Like, I don't want all, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I say to take this load off loosely, but you know what I mean, though. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to reach out to you. I don't want to do that. So yeah. Okay, y'all want to move on? Shall we move
Excuse
on?
me. Let me chime in real quick.
Go ahead.
I think a lot of times men find it masculine. That's the word, masculine, and women being dominant in the workforce, being dominant at work, taking those leadership roles. Sometimes it bleeds into the dating realm, and it I don't want to say it intimidates men. It intimidates some men, and it makes it seem as if it's aggression. We were talking about the pursuit and initiating the pursuit of dating, and men shy away from women who are seeming independent or powerful because they don't have a standard of a woman or a standard of value. A lot of times men now date for what's easier or what's convenient. They don't date for a challenge anymore. They don't date for longevity. They don't date for communication. So a lot of times, like D. Will was saying, it's a lot of things that play factors into when we say aggression or straightforward. The men who take problem in women who are independent probably are somewhere somehow codependent. So I just want to chime in and say that all men don't have those hangups on aggression or really clear communication. It's the controlling. Some women take aggression and independence and make it controlling of a narrative. So that's what that is.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you. Okay, with that question, with that statement, it takes us into my next question. Is marriage still the goal in dating in 2023? Y'all, thank y'all for chiming in the comments. Please continue, okay? And I'll get to them. I'm trying to balance out the comments and talking to the panel. So y'all, please, I see them. Please continue. So is marriage still the goal? I don't know what happened to Qantas. I hope he's cool. I'm gonna text him. What y'all think?
I think it is and it isn't. It depends on the person. I think people are not necessarily like so hard up to be married for several reasons. I think going back to women being able to did I lose the show? Am I off? Am I here? Okay.
No,
women being able to I didn't see. Okay. Women being able to be independent and be able to handle things themselves. Like, it's not necessary to get married to be able to own property. It's not necessary to get married to be able to have certain things like it was in the past. Also, the benefits of marriage. I think if you're looking to be married, it's very important to determine, like, why do you want to be married? I've been married. I'm divorced. So I think the marriage being the goal may be the goal for some people, but not all. And I don't think it's wrong if it's not the goal, which I got beat up on social media about that. But I don't think that it's wrong if marriage is not your goal. I don't think that everybody needs to be married. Some people need to sit down somewhere and grow up and not be trying to be a husband or be a wife or a father or any of those things. But marriage, I think, is the goal when people is automatically the goal when people don't understand what marriage is and what it entails. Is it the goal? Yes and no. So that's the answer to my question. To your question.
Good. That was really good. Yeah, I met a woman at church. She's an older lady, and she's just like, I'm just dating. I've done the marriage thing before, and I'm just living my life and dating. So yeah, I agree, Kim. All right, Gabby, what do you think on this topic? Is marriage still the goal? What you think out here?
I think Kim brought up a lot of powerful points, especially when it comes to as a woman. Yes, we needed a husband to buy a home, in previous generations, and yes, we needed, a husband to do almost anything, as a woman in previous times. So that is very important that now we don't necessarily have to. And so for me, though, it's a get to, that I would get to be married, and I would have the privilege to be married. And I do see it as a privilege that I aspire to. And even something, if I'm being, very authentic, very honest, that I had to check myself on a few times. Kim said it's important for you to think about why you want to be married. And I know when I was younger, it was because that's what you do. You know, people get married. But now, you know, now that I have matured and seen more life, now I desire to be married for several reasons, including I love the image of what it is biblically. You know, it's a reflection of Christ's love to the body of Christ. Yeah. So it's to me, it definitely get to have fun, you know, get to live life and build a life with someone else, a partner. But also it, for me, glorifies God. And it might sound cheesy and it might sound, you know, old school and, you know, Sister Jenkins of me, but that is truly how I feel. And it is truly something that I believe that God honors and puts even more favor between the two of you when it's properly done.
Oh my gosh, girl, baby, drop the whole mic. I love that because I know that marriage is God's idea. Going back to what Kim said, though, you know, Paul, was it Paul in the Bible? Paul wasn't, he was out here single and was never meant to marry. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know, so there are people that have a gift of singlehood. They don't even want to be married. They don't have to. But I do know that, you know, marriage is a gift from God. Singleness is a gift from God. But there are people, God loves marriage. And like you just said, I'm not about to preach. But if I was, okay, I'm not about to preach, but, you know, God loves it. And the whole purpose is the whole purpose is to do some things, to do your assignment, right? To do the assignment that he's called you to. So man, like God loves it. So anyway, I'm not gonna get off on that, but I wanted to read the comments real quick. I'm gonna talk to the men over there. Tiffany Anthony says, yes, of course it is. When you know what you want, you will refuse to settle for less than what your heart desires. So I'm assuming she's talking about marriage is still the goal of dating. Miss Aviance, I don't know, but it looks really pretty. She says, most people want to leave a legacy. A healthy marriage is the goal. Okay, awesome. Let me see if I wanted to read anything else really quickly, y'all. Okay, I think that's good. Our men over there, are y'all dating for marriage? Do y'all mind telling y'all's business right now?
Absolutely. I've had the privilege of being married, and you know, I don't mind telling my story. I've been the dog. I cheated in my marriage. I did all things that I didn't to really honor it, you know. Yeah. And I think I've suffered the consequences of that. And I apologize. Now I really aspire. I want to do it again. I really enjoy it. You know, spending time and everything with one woman, I think it's a blessing. I mean, it's the greatest thing ever, you know, other than eating food for me. I love everything about a woman. You know, I want to spend my life with one woman. I don't want to be with a lot. I've been there, done that. So I can say that. It's definitely a goal of mine. I mean, dating other people, dealing with other people, that's another job, you know, just not one I want to sign up for. I'd rather put all my resources into one person.
I love that. Corey Berry.
I agree with D. Will, man. I've been married, did it all wrong, but my posture has been marriage for so long now. Is I see myself dating for marriage. I don't want to date for a short term. I don't want to do any of that. My long-term goal is to be married. I love biblically. I love what, like the young lady said, I definitely love what it stands for. So that's the end result. Corinthians 13:6 says love never fails. So if I'm loving you and being with you, the end result can't help but be marriage.
I love it. Okay. Tori Williams says, hey, Tori. He says marriage. Wait, my picture covered up his comment. Let me go back over here to the comments and see. Okay, he says goal of marriage is personal for everyone. It sure is. Miss Aviance, she says she loves the accountability. Oh, you love the accountability that marriage brings. Is that what do y'all think she's saying right there? Love the accountability. I think that's what she's saying. Right?
Maybe she's talking about what Darren said. That's what I would think if she's talking about, because he just took accountability for the marriage.
He sure did. Thank y'all. Thank you for your help. There's a lot going on up here, trying to balance things. I'm thinking of my experiences. You know, there's a lot going on. So stretch forth your hands as I do this.
Bree, I'd like to add, you know, just listening to everyone speak, you know, there was a time that I knew I did not want to be married at all. And I really, honestly, I prayed, crazy person. I prayed to be a single mom. Because I didn't want to, I know, laugh, Kim, but like at one point I thought like that was going to be the move for me, not because it had to be, like that's what I wanted. I didn't want to do the work of what I saw or what I thought marriage was, and what I just didn't want to do the work. And so all the way up until all through college, I didn't want to be married at all. I just wanted to be a single mom, and so just speaking on that, I feel like a lot of, in my opinion, my experience, a lot of people say, you know, oh, they don't want to be married or they never want to be married. There are a group of people who, as Kim said, should not be married because they need to mature. And those are people who are called to singleness. But so many of us say, oh, marriage is not for me. I don't want to be married because we're hurt or because we are, you know, we're wounded and we refuse to do the personal work on ourselves to prepare for marriage. And that's, I've seen it over and over again. So just a interesting thing that I wanted to bring up too.
Love it, love it. Okay, what defines a healthy relationship? Since we're talking about marriage, you know, we have toxic relationships out there. We have, you know, I mean, the reason that many of them break up, right? Well, that's not the reason that all of them break up. Let's just get to the question. What do y'all think is a healthy relationship?
Let me just say, I had fun in my toxic relationship.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun. Look, let's keep it 100. You know, I had a lot of fun. I have dated F boys and I have been an F girl in my life. Okay. So, but I had a lot of fun. But so fun at that point in time was like important for me. But, you know, coming into a healthy relationship, Helena said it a few times earlier, communication. Being able to communicate honestly and openly is a huge must. There's a fire truck behind me, so excuse me. But communication is definitely key. Having someone that is responsible and can hold themselves accountable. Thank you, Shady Will, for that example. But someone who can, you know, really be honest with themselves and honest with me.
Love it. Let me pause real quick. Okay. Helena says she's on. I just wanted to mention that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that to our producer there too. Maybe she needs to, I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, back to the question. Okay, so thank you, Gabby. Thank you. Let's see. Dr. Lynn, a healthy relationship.
The definition of a healthy relationship changes for me as I become more healthy, as I become healthier. But just I think a base for me would be a relationship where I can show up as my authentic self. And that's any relationship, but we're talking about dating. But if it's not a relationship where I'm safe enough to show up as my authentic self, the good stuff, the great stuff, the boss stuff, the flaws, the petty, the all of these things, and I can't show up as those things and be accepted, that's not healthy for me, because I'm willing to accept those things for the right person. Let's be clear. I'm just accepting stuff, but just to be able to accept the person, if somebody can accept me as my authentic self, that's healthy for me, where I'm safe to be the person that I really am. I'm growing, I'm changing. I'm not who I was last year. I won't be who I am this year, next year. So a healthy relationship is one where I can grow into who I am and where the person can grow with me. And that's just like the basis of it. But being safe is healthy for me. And that's, if I can be safe on all levels, then that's a healthy relationship.
I love that. So I'm hearing being safe, able to be your authentic self. Y'all, love it. When I was thinking about this question, communication is key to me. Communication. Yeah, Helena, she's on. Communication is so key to me. I feel like, you know, when I can be heard, when you're heard, because we're two different people, we have two different experiences. So I've been in a case where I'm talking to someone and like, we're we're what's the word, deflecting, or like we're repelling off each other, you know, a certain thing or certain idea or something we're talking about. And I'm like, logically, I can't see what you're talking about. He's like, no, don't worry about it. You're right, babe. And I'm like, no, I want to, I mean, I am right, but I want to hear why you think, Gabby, you saw that? I am right. But I want to know what you're thinking, because I'm trying to learn you. Like, we're here to learn each other. So it's not just me being right and let's shut this thing down. Like, let me understand where you're coming from so I can learn you. So does that make sense? Like, I think that you're getting to learn each other, communication, building trust. You know what I mean? Like, things that I don't have to ask you to do, you don't have to ask me to do. You know what I mean? Like, you know my schedule, right? So if you haven't heard from me, like, you know, I get off work, let's say 3:00, right? And then you haven't heard from me until 6:00. I am opening the door for mistrust. And that's on me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm opening the door for mistrust. So I feel like communication is key for me. Like, I should let you know. I'm not saying that I need to let you know every time I make it somewhere, every time I do this. You know what I'm saying? But just making my person feel that you can trust me, like I'm in this, right? And then in the relationship, having communication and talking to each other, hearing each other out, having fun. Like Gabby just mentioned, she had fun being an F girl and being with her F boy in the toxic relationship. In a healthy relationship, it's about having fun. Like, it's not about what can this man do for me? What can I do for him? But what do I get to do for him? What does he get to do for me? How do we get to have fun and enjoy life together? To me, that's a healthy relationship. I just want to put my piece in here. Y'all, can I be involved sometimes? Can I get up in here?
It was a great point, Ms. Bree. To piggyback off the ladies, communication in a safe place, understanding and patience is what you were describing. Is what I got from what you were describing. Patience and understanding. Understand that you're always evolving. Patience to know that I'm going to ride this wave with you. That's healthy to me. Finding out who we are together, because like you say, we're always changing. But what is it that I can do to make you better? How can you make me better? That's healthy to me as we grow together. I want to grow. The next person I engage with, I want to grow together, not be on a different time zone in the same place. So I think what you all were saying was perfect: communication, understanding, and patience.
Thank you, Corey. Darian Willis was over here saying God must not have wanted Pastor Q in the conversation. I know I was just texting him to see if everything was good. All right. Woo. Where you going?
Can I answer too?
Yes, please.
I think friendship would be a big key in a healthy relationship.
Oh, I love that.
I want to be with someone, that we're not just dating and lovers. I want a friendship and being peace. I want my peace. I want to be able to provide peace. I want the same. I think those are two really big elements in a healthy relationship.
Love it. I'm going to chime in the comments real quick. Oh my gosh. All right, we got trust and respect coming from Tori Williams. Shut up, Billy. Hey, shut up, Billy. He said trust is so hard these days. Lord help us, right? Lord help us. Because we have a lot of, okay, and I'm going to shut up. But we have a lot of stuff, y'all. Like, I can't listen to songs talking about you left me and I hate you. And like, it's like stuff that you got to watch what you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? Because I shut it off because I'm like, okay, I don't need to be not trusting this person. I'm sitting here listening to these songs. Okay, anyway, Helena.
I just have
yes.
Okay. Just one other thing with just being in a healthy relationship is being equally yoked, and just knowing that what you have is you should have that same desire in your partner, and also just having the confidence, not going in with the assumption that that person is going to do you wrong, or bringing in your past relationships. That also goes back to making sure that you are if you're healing or you're in the process of working to be healed. Because again, you can't, you can't expect something from someone that you're not able to bring also to the table, or that you're able to meet them halfway with. But I think just being equally yoked is key as well, to that healthy relationship.
Y'all are so good. Do y'all see why I have them on the panel? Like, y'all are amazing. Yeah, I love that. I've heard peace, friendship, equally yoked, and peace. Definitely, I have learned, and I hear that that's all you men want, right? Y'all want to come home to some peace. We want to come home to some peace. No, I'm playing. We do, but I know what you mean. All right, Beryl, Miss Beryl. Hey, she says being equally yoked, maintaining authentic communication, balance, understanding values. I love it. I like your hair, girl, too. It's pretty. Maintaining authentic communication, understanding values. Ooh, that's good. Love language. What do y'all think about that? Understanding each other's love language. Are y'all big on that, or not so much? What do you think, Dr. Lynn?
Yes, I think it's important to love people the way that they need to be loved. To communicate it in that way, because if you continue to love me in a way that's not communicating love to me, you might as well do something else. So I think love language is important, but I also think that give me all of them. I have primary ones, but I want all of it too as well. But I think that it's important to love people the way that they receive love, and we tend to give people love the way we like to receive it, but it's important to love people the way that they receive love. But yeah, I'm big on love languages.
I love that.
Let me give Kim an amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah,
Give me all of them.
But for that to happen, you have to be observant. You really have to go through and ask those tough questions sometimes, and deal with those different situations, so that you can be able to identify how that person, what is their love language at that time. And just it takes time to develop. It's not going to just come by hanging out every other day, or every once a month, or not having a consistent communication pattern. You have to really be able to be intentional, and again, be involved in working towards that, because I can't just be in your presence and you automatically know all of my love languages. It's going to come throughout time, but you have to work towards that.
That makes me think about something popped up. Okay, that makes me think about this, y'all. Like when I've been in a dating relationship. Did that even make sense? A dating relationship? Y'all know what I'm saying. In dating, I've noticed that like it's good. I found that it's good to like it's okay to let people know what you like, right? It's okay to let people know what you like. Because sometimes you just have to, we all have different experiences. Like if you like a good morning text, come on with it. It's good to tell, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of it.
I agree. You do have to. You do need to tell people what you expect or what you like. It's so unfair to people to punish them for things that you want that you never told them that you wanted. So I think that it is such it's a requirement to express like, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And if somebody continues to ignore it, then that's another conversation. But I think that you should absolutely let people know what you like, because otherwise you build resentment, like they don't do this, but you never told them. So right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Darren Willis.
I think once you start bringing in expectations in relationships, and it's just me, I think that's where like conflict and confusion start, because when you put expectations, people are always trying to live towards someone's expectations. So if I don't meet this, am I beneath you? Am I not worthy? I'm just rather different on expectations.
Ooh, that was good. That's a good word. Expectations. Anybody else has something to say about that? Corey?
Following D. Will with expectations. A lot of times things aren't communicated, but we have to be intentional. And in being intentional, that means describe, hey, I love it when you text me in the morning. I like it when we go out and do this, being direct about what you want, what your end results are, what we're working towards while we're dating, not just hanging out and just talking, reciprocating the love that you give. reciprocating the love that you receive is also as important as giving the love that you get. The young lady said dating, making sure you give what you get, dating the way that you want to date. If they love language is gifts and gifts and quality time, make sure, okay, I'm giving you the quality time and I'm making sure I'm giving you gifts. But mine is serving. So make sure that we somehow meet a compromise where we're doing all these in one, growing together. That's what I mean by growing together, growing in each other's love languages.
I'm a little sad right now, y'all. We have a little less than 5 minutes. Dang it. Y'all want to do a part 2? Can we do a part 2? Can we do a part dos?
It went so fast. Yeah.
Okay, what about next week? Look, I don't care if the people here, they can be in the conversation with us. Can we do it next week? Okay, we'll talk after. Y'all, we're going to do a part 2. Y'all, we're going to do a part 2. Man, people is up in here. We appreciate y'all. That means there is a need for this. For real, we really do need to talk. We really do need to talk. Because I find that's the biggest thing. Like in dating, I have found that, man, if we just chill out, if we just chill and talk, right? Like we'll be okay. And stop treating sir like he's past sir. Stop treating ma'am like she's past ma'am. You know what I mean? And just talk.
Being open-minded too to different situations and then different perspectives, because ultimately that's how we grow. That's how we grow to understand and how we can build those relationships, whether it be friendships. Just being in a space like this it's safe, but it also, I'm connecting with other like-minded people that I probably wouldn't maybe meet or cross paths with any other way, even in the chat. So this is really, it's needed. But then again, we are creating this community, this safe place, but we're also growing and learning. So that's, I'm all down for the part 2 because it's much needed.
All right, well, we're gonna do it. Thank y'all so much. Oh my gosh, can y'all type in the chat how they can find y'all? Oh my goodness, because we're running out of time. Can y'all do that? Okay. That's what we'll do. Oh, and y'all are gonna come back anyway, but still, they can follow you in the meantime. All right, y'all. Oh my gosh. Can one person tell me what they learned from their past relationship? And then we're gonna leave. Can somebody tell me what they learned in their past relationship? What did you learn about yourself in your past relationship? Is it a part 2? Helena, don't front me in front of the people. That's a part 2. Okay, I'll save it. Oh, Helena. Y'all see, I'm trying to hold on and I need to stop. I need to let it go.
That's heavy.
I have a whole page.
We can't just slide that in there real quick, huh?
I'll have to pop out my journal.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Y'all get me straight.
No,
shut it down, Bree.
It's a whole page.
Helena, for real. Look, I love that. That means you are, baby, you're rising to the top. You're headed, you've
I'm
learned
very
yourself.
intentional. I had to take a time, and just to give a glimpse, I've taken a whole year to just like remove myself because it was that heavy. So self-awareness was one thing that I had to learn, and being able to understand my flaws and also heal. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Love it. Well, thank y'all so much. Please like and follow SocialGoats Inc. and Happy New Day. Miss Fabia says, there's a need for this. Great topic. Tori Williams says, great conversation. Y'all, I want to say thank you to my panels. Thank y'all so much. If everybody will stay tuned so I can shout out my sponsors. But thank y'all, panelists. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm excited. Y'all, everybody that's watching, stay tuned because we're definitely going to do a part 2, like in a minute. Like tonight, come back. No, I'm just playing. All right. Thank you. This show has been brought to you by Global Beauty Cafe. Global Beauty Cafe. You can find them at 337-309-1595. Those are my friends in South Louisiana. I drink their coffee. It's organic. It makes you feel real good. It's healthy, and it can add a lot of goodness to your life. J Stone Stylist, that's my hairstylist. Hit her up. She does an amazing job. Her name is Joy. I almost forgot her name. I'm trying to hurry here, but her name is Joy, y'all. She is so good. If you like my style, hit her up. All right, you can find her on Instagram at _JStyleStones LLC. Okay, next we have Forget Me Not Floors LLC. 318-562-6435. Forget Me Not Floors. Miss Christine Collins, she's so sweet, loves what she does, y'all. Let's go support her business, please. We also have Oh So Dope Photography, Miss Ron Brown. She's doing amazing things, y'all. If you're looking for any artwork, if you're looking for photos, you want to get your pictures taken, please hit her up. She is so creative. She is a creative genius. We have CV Painters LLC. That's Mr. Cameron Benjamin. You can find him at 318-738-5319. And lastly, my people, Anytime Bail Bonds. Look, if you having one of those nights Gabby was talking about, she said she was, she had a good time in her dating life. Okay, and y'all get in trouble, hit up my dad at 636-2075. 636-2075. Y'all, thank you again for joining. We hope you enjoyed the show. We so enjoyed having you. Y'all, thank y'all for commenting in the chat box. It was so fun. And yeah, like everyone has said, it's so needed and just so awesome, y'all. I love it. Can't wait for the part 2. Y'all, go out and live a beautiful, blessed life. Have a beautiful Friday. Happy Friday and Happy New Day. We'll see you next time.